Hello, and thank you for joining me on today's video blog. I'm Stephen Pilkington with the Path Home team of Compass Real Estate. On today's video blog, we're going to discuss, so you don't have many listings right now, inventory is really low, what can you do to find listings and find them quickly? So the number one thing right now in the Denver metro real estate market is listing inventory is incredibly low. So what can you do to find listings? So number one is, what are you doing to reach out to every single person that you know in your database that exists in your phone, in your email, and on your computer? So something that we've seen a lot of success with lately is literally sending our clients a text message saying, hey, inventory is incredibly low right now. Have you considered selling your home in 2021? Question mark. And if you can go ahead and personalize that, it makes it even better. So if you say, hey, Stephen, this is Stephen. Listing inventory is incredibly low right now. In fact, we might have a buyer for your house. Have you considered selling in 2021? Just as simple as that. The worst case scenario, somebody's going to say, no, they're not interested in selling. Best case scenario, you're going to end up finding people that you thought were potentially in their forever home, and they're interested in hearing you out. They're interested in hearing what might happen. And one great thing that you can do to really sweeten that pot for them is, if you're keeping active tabs on what all of your buyer clients are looking for, you can specifically mention that to some of your potential sellers, letting them know, hey, not only is inventory low, we might actually even have a buyer for you. Okay, so that's number one right there. Number two, repeat that, only do it in the form of an email. So if you're like me, you've got a lot of people in your database that maybe you don't have a phone number for. Maybe they inquired about one of your properties. Maybe they sent an email in. They responded to something online. Well, if you know that they're a homeowner and you've got an address, well, then definitely send them an email stating the same thing. Record low inventory. And the more you can send some data that supports that, the more we find that people really grab a hold of that. Record low inventory. If you know a specific neighborhood, your neighborhood right now has been selling for X amount over asking, 5%, 10%, 15% over asking. And let them know, hey, we've got buyers for your neighborhood. Would you be interested in selling in 2021? Easy peasy. Send them those emails, reach out to them, and then depending on that response, you might end up picking up a listing or two. One thing I will caution you about, though, is if you go ahead and send that out to 5,000, 10,000 people, you might end up having a lot of work. You might end up having a lot of people who want a valuation on their home. So do it in a consistent order where maybe you're sending out 300, 400, 500 per week so that you can actually keep up with the responses as they're coming back in. And if you have more opportunity than that, we'll loop in some other agents. Worst case scenario, you loop in another agent that may be in your brokerage and pay them a referral fee to go ahead and assist you and help out with that. So next, and this is the big one, but this is one where it is going to cost you money. You have buyers looking in certain areas right now, and there's no inventory. Well, that's when you talk to your title company. We use Canyon Title to get some lists and some information, and then we go ahead and send what we call the golden letter to all of these homeowners in that neighborhood where we have buyers that are actively looking. And the key to this letter is you have to hand write the envelope. That's right. You must hand write the envelope so that as a consumer, if you're like me, you get a couple of insurance letters a week, a dozen different mortgage letters a week, various other just kind of junk mail. But whenever you see a letter that comes through where it's a handwritten to you and it has a stamp on it instead of just a printed stamp on there, I open it to see what's going on. And then keep it simple inside. Don't get into too many details. Don't get into too long of information. Just say something like, hey, we've got buyers looking in your neighborhood. Are you interested in selling your house in 2021? If so, please call, text, or email, boom, 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 just like that. Easy peasy. It's going to cost you a little bit more money. It's going to be probably about 75 cents per mailer, up to $1 per mailer. Plus, you got to write that on. So if you've got kids, you've got cousins, you've got nieces, nephews, babysitters, whatever, to get some help to do that. Make sure it's legible. So if you're like me, I get an easy pass. I don't have to write on any of it because my handwriting's bad. But I've got a lot of people with great handwriting, and that's been very successful for our clients, especially for finding some off-market inventory and letting people know that, you know what, we've got a buyer for your house. They may not like the exact house, but there's a good chance that they might. And oh, by the way, when you start having that conversation with that seller, hey, you know what, the side effect here is that I can bring you an offer and you're going to save on commission because I'm representing my buyer, and I will go ahead and take care of you and make sure this is a fair transaction at a fair price, but you're going to save that other commission side from not having a listing agent. So there are 3 ways right there that you can find some listing inventory as soon as possible. I hope you got some value out of today's video blog. If you have any questions about it, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to spend 15 to 30 minutes with you on the phone, over Zoom, just helping you out with your business. If you'd like to learn more about what my team and I do here at Compass Real Estate, also reach out to us. We'd be happy to explain that, show you what we do, open up the curtain, and let you explore how we've been successful in the Denver market. Hope you have a fantastic day, and until the next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next video blog.